What's going on YouTube? I'm back with another video, and in this one we have a BGS reveal. So I got some cards back from BGS today. I'm recording this video on Wednesday, March 4th, and again, I'm recording a bunch of videos right now, so I'm not sure when this is actually going to go up, but I do want to go ahead and open this because today is the release of Select Basketball, and there is a card in here that I want to take to Through the Decades with me for a potential trade to kind of knock some of that price down off Select. So I'm taking a bunch of stuff with me, and I'm sure you guys will have already seen that by now. But yeah, that's why I want to go ahead and open this package and get this video recorded. And it should be up here in a few days. But like I said, I am recording this on the 4th because I want to take a card with me to Through the Decades. So this package has 7 cards graded from BGS. 3 of them are mine, and then 4 are my buddy Lion_cards. If you watch all the videos, you know I've mentioned him before. He sent me all the Russ Smith cards there in the background. We've met up at shows a few times, so very cool guy. And I did send some cards for him just because he said he's super busy, and I will kind of agree that the paperwork and everything can be a little confusing. So I went ahead and included his cards with my submission. And I don't really typically like doing that just because that creates more work for me, and I don't really want to be responsible for other people's cards. But he has done so much for me and given so much to the channel, I definitely could not say no. And with that being said, I am considering starting my own BGS submission. I'm kind of moving away from PSA. Their turnaround times just take way too long. I really like that you can send cards to BGS and say you want to do it 10-day or 30-day, and you get your cards done in that amount of time. I really don't like how PSA has a 45-day turnaround and it ends up being 100 days later. So I am considering the idea of doing my own BGS submission. So if you would be interested in that, definitely let me know in the comments. I kind of want to gauge the interest on that, because the more and more cards that you send, the more discounts you get on the submissions. So if you would be interested in sending me your cards for BGS, let me know in the comments. And with all that out of the way, we'll go ahead and get into the giveaway from the last video, and then I'll open this package and show you guys what the BGS results are. Alright guys, so we are ready to do our giveaway, and we actually have 2 giveaways in this one. So we had the Green Fanatics Quindary Weatherspoon, and then we had the PSA 9 Anthony Simons. So we're going to go ahead and do this one first, since that video was up before. So that is this one here. And let's get our link. We'll go to Safari, to our comment picker, and get comments. So we had 148 comments on that video. I definitely do appreciate everyone who left feedback on that one. And the winner of this one is going to be Samdi Vong. All right, so if that is you, go ahead and send me a DM on Instagram or an email with your address, and I'll get the Anthony Simon shipped out. And now let's go back to YouTube, and we will get our link for the Quindary Weatherspoon, which is the Fanatics video. So let's copy that link. Let's delete that link out of there and paste our new one in. Get comments. So 161 comments on that one. And let's see who is going to get the Quindary Weatherspoon. And that one is LTC Kicks. And thinking about trying to get a box of these, but concerned about the centering. I feel you on that. Unfortunately, mine were off center. But anyway, if this is you, go ahead and send me a DM or an email with your address, and I'll get it shipped out. And now let's get back to our video. Alright guys, so now that the giveaway is out of the way, we're ready to go ahead and get into this package. So I'm just going to rip right in. Actually, I might not even need that knife. Yeah, I think I will. Let me just go ahead and cut that and make it easy. Don't want to cut the cards or anything like that. So I'm going to take it off camera real quick and just see how these are. So I believe... Okay, so I'm gonna separate them from mine and then Lion cards. So let me get these separated here real quick. All right, So we will start with his first. Now, he actually did tell me that he wanted to wait until I did the video to see what his cards were, but I do get scans from the guy that I use. And again, I'll link the Facebook group I use in the description if you are interested. But I do get scans from him, so I know the grades. And he said that he just couldn't take it. He had to know. So he does already know his cards' grades. So we are going to start with the 9s first and work our way from, I guess, worst to best. And there are some really, really good cards in here, especially his. He has some monster cards. So actually, I think we'll start with mine first. My cards probably aren't quite as good as his. So right off the bat, we have a 9 Zion. Unfortunately, this one did get 9.5s all around other than centering. The centering got an 8.5. And this one kind of baffles me. I'm not sure where it's off center. I know, like, with if I have with Prism here, I have a random Prism card. It's very easy to tell. It's just straight up and down. This one is off center a little bit over here. It's a little, this border is thinner than that side. So with this one, I really don't know what they're looking at. I'm not sure how this is an 8.5 centering. I mean, with these Revolution cards, it's kind of hard to tell, like, what are they looking at for centering? With Prism and Optic and stuff, it's a lot easier. So that is kind of unfortunate. This was actually 0.5 away from Gem. So if that 8.5 was a 9, that would have been a 9.5. And these are actually very tough to get 9.5s. I believe when I looked at the grades on the Pop Report last week, there was, I believe, 7 or 8 of these graded, and there was one 9.5. So it's kind of unfortunate that I couldn't get a 9 on centering and bump that up to a 9.5. And I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with this. I might just let it go, or I've kind of been debating on sending it back and seeing if I can get that centering bumped up. But then again, it's not like a huge card. As a 9, this is probably in the $125 to $150 range. And then if it did get a 9.5, you're probably looking at $250. So I'm not sure it's really worth the risk to send back. So actually, now that I talk that out, I probably won't do that. But anyway, that's the first card. So Zion, Revolution, Astro, we got a 9. And then the next one, unfortunately, we got another 9. And real quick, I will say on this BGS submission preview video I did a couple weeks ago when I talked about what I was going to send, I actually changed my mind. I had a base Jaw I was going to send, and then an Orange Ice RJ Barrett I was going to send. I did look those cards over a little closer after that video and noticed that they both had some issues on the surface that I could not get off. So I changed my mind. I did not send to either of those, and I went with this green Jaw and then another card that I'll show you here in a second. So unfortunately, this one did get a 9, and this one got quad 9, so no chance of this bumping up. And I knew that the centering was not perfect. I figured the centering was probably a 9, and then I was just really hoping that the surface, edges, and corners would bump it up to a 9.5, but clearly that did not happen. I guess, I'm not sure what they saw. The corners, edges, and surface look fine to me. I'm really not sure what they saw, but yeah, that one got a 9 with quad 9s, and this is the one that I am going to take with me to Through the Decades today and see if I can put that towards a box of select basketball. So I really have no interest in holding on to that. If it got a 9.5, I probably would have, but just not interested in holding on to a Jaw Green Prism 9. So we're gonna look to move that. And then the 195 I did get, and I really thought this one did have a good chance at a 9.5. It looks pretty perfect to me. And this one is a true gem. So quad 9.5s there. Centering, edges, corner, surface, all 9.5. And like I said, I thought this one was absolutely perfect. So these two I actually picked up at the same time at a card show here in Louisville, Kentucky. Probably a month or so ago, I traded a PSA 10 Red Ice MPJ for these two cards. And I think I did pretty well since I got a 9.5 Montrez, and then this one's probably worth like 75 or 80 bucks. So I think I did pretty good on that trade. I'm very happy with that one. This one is numbered. I guess in this year the Ruby Wave was actually numbered. Now it is not numbered. So those were my cards, and now we will get into Lion_Cards' cards. unfortunately, this one was the biggest one. I think this one was the one that he wanted a 9.5 on the most. This was the first off the line Prism Shimmer Dante DiVincenzo. We both actually collect this guy. And let's see, he got an 8.5 on centering, a 9.5 edges, and then 2 9s. And I really have no idea how that got an 8.5 centering. I'm guessing maybe top to bottom, but left to right looks really good to me. So I know the centering on 1819 Prism, it's kind of hard to tell. I think with 1920 the centering is a lot easier to tell than this year. So unfortunately that one did get a 9, and those are numbered to 7, so 7 of 7. That would have been a monster if that got a 9.5. So moving on, we have a red cracked ice Prism Daniel Jones, and he did get a 9.5 on that one. So there are the subgrades, 3 9.5s and a 9, so almost true gem. Very nice. And next one, this is a very, very nice card. I really like this one. Out of those retail hanger packs, the Green Velocity Kyler Murray. And this one, again, 9.5, and not quite a true gem. So 3 9.5s and a 9 on centering. And honestly, I thought the centering looked really good on that. That one had to be real close to a 9.5 on centering. So Green Velocity Kyler, very, very nice. And then this one I was worried about. I wasn't sure if this one was going to get a 9.5 or not, because you can tell that the centering is definitely a little bit off, but luckily it did pull a 9. So kind of similar to my Zion here. This one was given a 9 on centering, so that bumped it up to a gem. My Zion was given an 8.5, so it did not gem. So luckily everything else also did get that 9.5. So 3 9.5s and a 9. So unfortunately no true gems for him, but still very, very nice cards and good results. He went 75% and I went 33% for gems. So the Luka Obsidian, this is the preview version out of Chronicles. Very, very nice card. So he did very, very well, and I think I did okay. I mean, it definitely could have been worse, so I can't complain too much, but I am just really, really enjoying sending my cards to BGS. I love getting them back in the guaranteed time that they say, and not taking 4, 5, 6 months down the road. So I'm definitely going to be shifting my focus to more BGS, and I plan on doing a lot more of these preview and then reveal videos. So I hope you guys did enjoy, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon.